Yeah.
Okay, I see. Mr. Sakamoto, I'm not sure if I'm pronounced this right, but what is the Nikkei endowment and how did you get involved in it?
Oregon Nikkei Endowment?
Mm-hmm.
Well, uh, Oregon Nikkei Endowment, I think I mentioned, was incorporated as a 501c3 nonprofit corporation in 1988. 1988. And the reason for its existence at that particular time was the desire among many of the Japanese American community to help construct the Japanese American Historical Plaza. The Japanese American Historical Plaza is a memorial to the lives and experiences of Japanese in the state of Oregon. And the reason that came into being is because of the Executive Order 9066, which led to the incarceration of people of Japanese ancestry. That executive order was signed by the President of the United States on February 19, 1942. And that was the first step that led to the incarceration of 120,000 people of Japanese ancestry, or their removal from the west coast of the United States. Every year since 1978, I think. Yeah, 1978. On each February 19th, the Japanese American communities have a sponsor or put together a day of remembrance to commemorate the signing of the Executive Order 9066. Hopefully so that no one will ever forget what led to the incarceration or unconstitutional incarceration of people of Japanese ancestry. The first day of remembrance was held February 19th, 1978 in Seattle, and then the second one was held February 19, 1979 here in Portland. One of the attendees to that day of remembrance was a landscape architect named Robert Morase. And he was so inspired that he declared and vowed to himself that there must be a memorial built as a permanent reminder of the incarceration and the violations of the United States Constitution. So therefore he discussed his idea with Bill Naito, a member of the Japanese American community. And when Bill Naito, he was politically active, so when he heard that the city of Portland was going to expand North Waterfront Park, then he called Bob Morase and said, "This is our chance to put your plan into being, have erect a permanent memorial to the Japanese in the state of Oregon." So Bob Morase submitted or created a design and submitted it to the city council. And his plan was one of 4 plans submitted, proposals submitted to the city, and his plan won out. So that was in 1988. So beginning with the approval by the city of Portland to use that design to create a memorial to the Japanese in Oregon, we formed the Oregon Nikkei Endowment as a nonprofit 501c3 corporation so that we could collect money to create and construct the Japanese American Historical Plaza, and that was a $500,000 project. It would cost several $1 million more today, but at that time $500,000 was a whole lot of money. So we had the dedication of the Historical Plaza on August the 3rd, 1990. So it took us 2 or 3 years to collect $500,000, and that's why Oregon Nikkei Endowment was created. And Oregon Nikkei Endowment now has a second project the Oregon Nikkei Legacy Center, which is kind of a museum where we collect artifacts and memorabilia and literature about the Japanese in Oregon.
And you said there's a annual day of remembrance for the signing of what document?
Executive Order 9066.